Hello everyone and welcome to your maths lesson for today. Like the last 2 days, you'll need the same things: a pencil, paper, ruler and coloured pencils, which are optional if you'd like to use them for your hundreds, tens and ones. Some of you have been writing your hundreds in one colour, your tens in one colour and your ones in one colour to help you line them up. If this helps you, definitely use these. If not, it's okay just to use a pencil. Just be very careful when you're lining them up. So, to start today's lesson, I would like you to complete the following additions as quickly as you can. So you've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to write them on a piece of paper or a whiteboard, just like you would do in a spelling test. Next to them, you need to write out the number sentence. So the first one you say 1, and then afterwards you would write 9 add 5 is the same as. Copy all of these out now, pause the video, and once you're done, unpause. Copy them out. Okay, I would like you to complete them as quickly as possible. If you can do this in your head, fantastic. If you find it tricky, what methods could you use to help you? Pause the video and have a think. One of my favourite methods is the counting on method. So for number 1, I would put 9 in my head and then count on 5. So 9 after 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm adding on 5. So I should count on until I have 5 fingers up. So I can write 14. As I've got it right, I give myself a tick. Try and use the counting on method or adding in your head to complete the next 4. Off you go. Ready to go through it together? Number 2, 8 add 8. We know our doubles from year 2 is 16. Or you could have had 8 in your head, then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 until you get to the 8 fingers that are up. 7 add 6 is 13. You've got it. You could have put 7 in your head and then counted on 6. What's after 7? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 add 9. Now for this one, you can do 4 and then count on 9, but it would be easier to count from 9. As it's not as far to go if you're counting on 4. If you count from 4 to 9, there are more numbers. Remember with adding, it doesn't matter which order you do it in. 4 add 9 or 9 add 4. So I'm going to start on 9 and then count on 4. 10, 11, 12, 13 again. And the last one, 9 add 6 is 15. Fantastic. If you'd like to, you may give yourself a mark out of 5 in here. Good job. Okay, today we are going to be adding 3-digit numbers, which we're really good at, but today we're going to be crossing 10. What does that mean if we cross 10? Pause the video and have a think. This means that when we add our ones in our 3-digit number, they're going to be bigger than 10. If our ones go over 10, do you remember what we have to do? We have to change them into a 10. We're going to be revising how to do that today and how that looks if we're using the column method. To check that we're really good at adding our 3-digit numbers, we're going to do a little bit of revision to start off with. So just like you did for your starter, I'd like you to write the numbers on a piece of paper or whiteboard. So 1, 2 and 3. Then you're going to complete your 3-digit add 3-digit, so hundreds, tens and ones, add another hundreds, tens and ones number. Do you remember how to do it with your column method? If you're confident, you can do that now. If not, stay on the video so we can do the first one together. So I'm going to write 121. Then underneath, my 300 goes under my 100, the 100 stay together. My 4 tens go underneath my 2 tens, the 10 stay together. And my 5 and my 1. So I put my 5 underneath my 1s. I've got my hundreds in a column, my tens in a column, and my 1s in a column. That's why it's called the column method. Then I've got my same as sign. And to know it's an add, I put my add sign here. Which ones do we start with? Point to it on the screen. We start with adding our little ones as they get very impatient. They can't wait very long. So we do 1 add 5 is 6. 2 tens and 4 tens is 6 tens. Remember, they still mean tens. 100 add 300 is 400. So my answer is 466. Have a go at doing the next to yourself. Pause the video and then unpause once you're ready to correct. Let's go through them together. 453 underneath, I write 500 underneath my 400. 3 tens underneath my 5 tens. 2 ones underneath my 3 ones. The same as sign, and it's an add. Start with my ones. 3 add 2, same as 5. 5 add 3, same as 8. 400s add 500s, same as 900. You should have 985. Got it? Last one. 201 add 708. Remember, I have my 0 as a placeholder. It holds the tens. Starting with my ones, 8 add 1 is 9. Then I move across to my tens. 0 add 0. Even though it's 0, 0 add 0, I still write it as a placeholder. 200s add 700 is 900. 909. 0 to hold the tens. How did you do? You will need to be super good at that today, as we're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Don't worry if you find it tricky. We'll be doing lots of practice over the next few days. So I need my place value grid and my first number sentence. So, are you ready? Can we see it on the camera? Perfect. Can you read the number sentence? It says 126 add 565 is the same as. The first thing I need to do is make it in my place value chart. Where would 126 go? Point to where it goes. That's right, it goes along the top here in these boxes. My hundreds go in here, my tens go in here, and my ones go in here. Where does my second number go? That's right, it goes underneath. We need to make sure we line up our hundreds in here, our tens, and our ones. We're going to use our deans to help us. So 126, so I put my 100, then my 2 tens, 10, 20. How many ones do I need? 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's switch count to track. Count along with me. 100, switch. 110, 120, switch. 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126. Then we need to add 565. So I need to get 500s. Point to where they go on the screen. That's right, they go in this box. I'm sorry about the space, it's a little bit crowded today. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. How many tens do I need? I need 6 tens. Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. How many ones? 5 ones. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch count to check. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, switch. 510, 520, 530, 540, 550, 560, switch. 561, 562, 563, 564, 565. Well done, we've done the first step. Let's add our 3-digit numbers together. So we're going to start by adding our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, what's the problem with that? What's the problem? How do we solve it? Pause the video, have a think, talk to people next to you. Okay, can I write then 11 in here? Why not? This is the ones column. If they see a 10, they're going to get very cross and they're going to say, get out, this is our space. They're going to be really annoyed. They can't go in there. Only ones can go in there. What do we have to do? We can see that if we look at a 10, it's made up of ones. How many ones are in 110? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 of these tiny ones in a 10. So we can change our ones by sticking them together and turn it into a 10. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you have a look, it's really clever. If I put this next to them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see what's going to happen? 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can be changed into a 10. Let's do it with our fingers. Ready? 1, 2. Pretend we're all one stuck together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our 10's long and thin here. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've changed our ones. We've regrouped them into a 10. So it's turned. These guys have now turned into a 10. They haven't been taken away. They've been turned into a 10. Where do I now put this 10? Can I just keep it here? Still makes 11. 10, 11. 6 and 5 is 11. The ones are going to say, get out! And they kick them out. Can you pretend to be kicking with your foot? Get out! You don't belong here. You're not a 1. We kick them into the 10s column. The 10 belongs with the 10s. Let's check if it's okay now. So I've got no 1s in here, but a 1 in here. And now I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It would have been 80, but remember my 10 ones were changed into a 10. And my 100s, I've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. I'm just going to move this across. Hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit better. So I can write, so this is 90 and this is 600. So what's my answer going to be? 600 add 90 add 1 is 691. We can change this into a picture, just like we did on the other days. So I'm going to do it as a picture this time. So we do exactly the same, but instead of using our Deans, we use a Dean's picture. So I'm going to start off by drawing 100. Remember, that's a big square, just like my 100 here. And now I need to draw my 10s. Remember, they look like this. We do it as 2 long lines, 10, 20. We don't need to draw all the little ones inside. It needs to be quick. Then we're going to draw our 6 little ones. They're smaller squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please do not do them as dots, because if you do them as dots, it's going to be very difficult to count. So please draw them as squares so you can see them. Now I'm going to draw 500, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. My 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. My 1s, 5 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're nice and clear, they're not too close together, and they're the right size. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just like we had when we did it with our Deans. The problem is still the same. We are still not allowed to write 11 in here. So to show they've been changed, just like we changed 10 ones into the 110, we're going to draw. Do you remember we draw around them? How many do we need to draw around? How many ones were in here? There were 10 ones. You can't change 9 ones into a 10, because that would mean it would only go up to here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the 10 would be really cross. It's not a 9, is it? There has to be 10 ones. So I'm going to draw a circle around. I've got 6 here, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and to show it's been changed, I'm going to draw an arrow. So it's been changed. 10 ones into 1 10. It goes underneath. Now I do exactly the same. I've got this one left over, so I still have to count this one. It's still in this box. So I have 1, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 9 10s, which make 90, and 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 600s. And I get the same answer. 600, add 90, add 1 is 691. So we do the same, but in a picture to show we've changed it. We draw a big circle around them, put an arrow into the 10s column and change it for a 10. You might be wondering, how does this work when we do it as the column method? going to get another whiteboard to press on. Okay. So I'm going to write out my number sentence. I've got 120, so 2 tens, 6. So that looks like just like this, 126. It's changed though from a drawing into numbers. Now I'm going to write 565. 500s with the 100, just like here, the 500s underneath the 100. Now I need to do my 6 tens underneath my 2 tens here. Can you see it's all in a line, hundreds and tens together. Then my ones, I've got 5 ones which go under my 6 ones. Got it? Now I need to take my ruler. This is going to be like my equal sign which goes underneath. And I need to make sure I add in my add sign. Okay. So many things, guys, just having a bit of a tidy. So the first thing I need to do is add my, just like we did on here. What did we go to first? We added my ones. So I go to my ones, 6 add 5. You might want to use our starter to help you with the idea of counting on. 6 add 5, 6 in your head, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, the same as this one, this column is going to get crossed if I write 11 in here. And I'm also not allowed to write 2 digits in one square. So, from the 11, they're going to keep the 1, just like here. But they still kick the 10, remember we changed it, out. If we write the number 11, we've got 1, 1, that one can stay, but the 10 here has to go. The ones are going to say, get out. So it's going to kick the 10. I can't put it here though, because then I have to add my 2 and my 6 tens to go here. Do you know where it goes? It goes underneath, it goes here. To show it's being kicked out. Oh, and I could even change it into my green, to show it's turned into a 10. This means it's been kicked out from the ones, but they need to wait for the tens to accept it into their group. So 2 tens add 6 tens, put 6, 7, 8 tens, and this one says, hey, I'm a new 10, don't forget me. So we've got 8, and then we add 1. 8 add 1 is 9. This is the tricky part, kicking it out to here and not forgetting to add it when we do this, add this, and then we add this one. Then we add our hundreds. 100 of 500 is 600, so our answer is 691. So 2 things to focus on. The tens you kick out goes underneath. Next thing, don't forget to add this one to these 2 as it's still a 10, okay? We're going to do one example together before you start your own on your worksheet. So you need to get a whiteboard or a piece of paper and you need to copy out our place value just like we've done for the last 2 days. So you need to make sure you have your 3 rows here and then 3 columns going down. Just give me a moment so I can wipe it out. I might have to draw in some of my lines again. Take my ruler, always using a ruler for these straight lines. Let's go across. And then thank you for being so patient. I'm really impressed with you guys. Okay. Oh, rub this bit out too. Now I'm going to get my next one. Got it. So let's start by drawing our deans into our place value chart. We're not going to use our real deans as you're going to be doing the drawing at home. If you feel confident with this, pause the video and you can go for it now. If you think I need some help, carry on with the video. So the first thing we need to do is draw 238 in deans. So I draw 100. Remember it goes across here as it's my first number, 200. My 3 tens, 10, 20, 30. And then my ones, 1, 2, not as dots, guys, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 100, 200, switch. 210, 220, 230, switch. 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238. Now underneath we need to draw 300. 100, 200, 300, 100 stayed together. 4 tens underneath my 3 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40. All the tens are together. And now my 4 ones underneath my 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's switch count it. It's always good to check. 100, 200, 300, switch. 310, 320, 330, 340, switch. 341, 342, 343, 344. So we have our place value grid. We now need to add them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, am I allowed to write 12 in here? The ones are going to get crossed. They can keep the 2 as their ones, but they're going to say to the 10, get out, don't want you here. What do we need to do? We need to change our ones into a 10. Let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to draw a circle around 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to take 2 from here to turn it into a 10. Remember, I need to circle 10 ones. Then what do I do to show it's been changed? It's turned into a 10. So arrow here and draw it here. Now we need to count it. So I go to my ones. First of all, I've got 2 ones left here. Don't forget them. Then I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 here. 8 tens make 80. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. 500s make 500. So my answer is 500 add 80 add 2 is 582. Did you change your 10 ones for a 10? Okay, now we need to do it as the column method. If you've joined back in the video to do the column method, that's fine. Again, if you feel confident, you can go away and do this bit. So I need to write 200 and, oops, wrong colour, 38. Then I need to remember 1 digit per square, and underneath I write 344, keeping hundreds, tens and ones together. Ready? 300 under the 200. 4 tens under the 3 tens. 4 ones underneath the 8 ones. It looks like this. 238. Add 344. Then ruler, super important this bit. This is like my same as sign from here, just done in a different way. Put in my add sign to show it's an add, and now I add them together. Put 8 in my head, count on 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I write out 12, I've got 2 ones, so I can keep that in the ones, but this one cannot stay. So I write my 2 here, and what are the ones going to say? Get out! Can you pretend to kick them out? So I've got 1, 10 and 12, and that goes, point to it on the screen, it goes underneath. Now I add my 10s. So I do 3 tens, add 4 tens is 3, 4, 5, 6, make 7 tens. And this one says, don't forget me, I'm new. So 7 tens, add 1 10 is 8 tens. Good job. And then I do 200, add 300. 2 add 3 is 500. Did you manage to do that? Did you manage to carry? We call it carrying when we change it.